New from K-Tel Records, 22 explosive hits.
Hey everybody, it's me, Steve Schnee, the CD Junkie. On this episode of CD Junkie, I want to talk about a brand new release by a Scottish band by the name of the Orchids. Now, the Orchids have been around for, maybe 3 decades, and they've put out some amazing music. This is a band that sort of rose up during the quote-unquote twee movement, the indie movement, let's say the late 80s, early 90s. Out of Scotland, they were there with the Field Mice and, bands like that. They were on Sarah Records. They put out some of the most lovely music that you're ever going to hear. The thing about the Orchids is they have built-in melancholy in their music. Sometimes, people will feel melancholy because it reminds them of a certain time. But the Orchids create music the first time you hear it, and you're just sort of drifting away going, oh man. And it's an incredible feeling. And that's the thing about the Orchids. The album is called Dreaming Kind, by the way. When they write music, when they create music, it is emotional. And it's pop. It's guitar pop. It's jangle. It's indie. And they have this great producer and friend named Ian Carmichael, who used to be in a band called One Dove. And he actually produces and adds electronics or keyboards and stuff. Never turns them into a full-blown electronic band, but it contains those elements. And every song has these really cool little layers to them. And they're not just forceful. They don't punch you in the face. They don't greet you with this loud, humming, buzzing guitar. They greet you with something as like welcoming and melodic and tuneful and sort of soars and floats above the ground, almost ethereal in a way. Really beautiful music. Dreaming Kind is brand new. It's the first album in several years. They were around from, let's say, the late 80s until maybe 94, 95, something like that. Then they split up for quite a while, got back together. Thank goodness, because each album they've put out, they don't put out a lot of albums, but since they've gotten back together, they've put out some of their most incredible music. This is not a band that gets weaker with each release. This is a band that gets stronger with each release. They understand the emotional impact of music, and it really comes out on this album. It's really fantastic. Some of the highlights are the first single, which is called This Boy's a Mess, which is incredible. I Never Thought I Was Clever. A Feeling I Don't Know. There's just a lot of great songs on this. I have just a 2-minute medley at the end of this video so you can hear some of this album, but it's really, really incredible. I mean, here's the inside of the disc there, but you've got like John Scally and Ronnie Borland and James Hackett and Chris Quinn and Keith Sharp, who make up the band. And there's the track list there. This is an incredibly atmospheric, melodic pop record. Plenty of guitars, bass, drums. You got keyboards in there. Sometimes it never gets full electronic, but it uses electronic music as an atmosphere, as opposed to the driving force behind the song. It's great arrangements, great vocals, great feeling. It's just a wonderful album. It's the Orchids from Scotland, and the album is called Dreaming Kind. So now let's hear a little bit of this album. I took segments from 5 songs and threw them together for a 2-minute medley, and I wanted you to listen to it so you can get an idea of what they sound like. And here we go, and I'll see you on the other side.
Joy that you make, it's such a wonderful thing. I stroll through the park.
Anyway, that's it. I hope that you enjoyed that little bit of music and my talk about the Orchids Dreaming Kind. Wonderful record. Definitely check it out. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, to ring that bell for future notifications. And until the next time, remember me. I'm Steve Schnee, the CD Junkie.